A group of Hays County residents is calling on a local animal shelter to be more transparent about its finances.
Last October, the PAWS Animal Shelter in Kyle nearly closed its doors. KVUE's Jessica Cha spoke to a concerned resident about accountability, and she spoke with the shelter about how they plan to bounce back.
The mood is positive at the PAWS Shelter of Central Texas in Kyle.
We feel pretty good about where we are right now.
But that wasn't the case almost 4 months ago. Last October, the shelter nearly closed its doors due to a financial crisis, according to PAWS Board President Greg Sabatini.
We spent more than we made over the course of the previous 2 years, resulted in us probably being about $400,000 in the negative. We did not come to the realization soon enough that we needed to ask for help.
With the announcement of the closure, Sabatini says they immediately saw a surge in donations, volunteers, and support from the community and organizations, and they were able to raise almost $500,000 to keep their doors open. But some Hays County residents are still worried about the future of the shelter.
We hadn't heard anything about PAWS being in financial distress. It was confusion, like what happened?
Cody Bradstreet is a former board member, and when she left in 2023, she says the shelter was in good financial shape.
They had about just shy of $1 million in cash and investments, no debt, strong assets.
She says the threat of closure alarmed her, and she wasn't alone, prompting the creation of the PAWS Transparency Group made of donors, volunteers, and community members.
What we really wanted to understand is, where are you today? How did you get here? What is your plan to move the organization forward? And how can we be helpful?
Sabatini says they've already created a turnaround plan to avoid a future crisis.
We've definitely reduced the costs by spending less on superfluous items, like asking more for donations. We have reduced the overtime. We have increased the number of board hours.
He says they've also hired a full-time person dedicated to just applying for grants and fundraising, as well as finding companies to match their monthly donation numbers.
I'm not someone who's going to walk away from a problem that I am partly responsible for.
But Bradstreet says they're skeptical that the current board has the motivation and accountability to get themselves out of the hole that they've dug. In November, the group filed a formal complaint to the Attorney General asking for an investigation into the operations at the shelter.
To take a look, and if there's nothing wrong, that's great. If there is something, then let's get it fixed and let's make sure we don't lose PAWS.
A cat and mouse game. In Kyle, Jessica Cha, KVUE News.